Aloha and welcome to part 10 of Sonic 3 and Knuckles. We're now at Lava Reef Zone. It's a place with lots of crumbling rocks and lots of lava and lots of asshole-ish enemies. Plus, I think it's the one true final level, well, Death Egg I guess could be the one true final level of the game, but this is like the last level until the plot starts hitting the fan, until the big finale of the game begins, because the next two zones after Lava Reef are pretty short by themselves, and they lead directly. They're pretty much... Either way, Lava Reef is the last level until shit gets real, yo. And I'm gonna be clearing Lava Reef in this one video. I probably should have picked up that flame shield, considering how many flame enemies are in the Lava Reef. Not to mention the lava itself. Because if you have flame shield, you can stand in lava and nothing's going to... and you're not going to get hurt and stuff, but, you know. And there are the occasional lava pool that loves to rain down on you. Oh god, it must be a mini-boss! Keep destroying it, Tails! Well, not really. He takes off the ground and then you fall into a pit of lava. I was trying to find the block to land on. I couldn't look down far enough and I still landed in the lava. God damn it. I love that weird contraption. You spin dash it, but you have to be facing the right when you do. If you face the right, then you go right, and if you face the left, you go left, or down. Blue, you face right, you go up, left, you go down. And that was another special stage, as you can see, just like it was when I got the Chaos Emeralds. If you pick it up after getting all the Super Emeralds, you only get 50 rings. And when you have 50 rings, you can turn into Hypersonic. So, you know. It's always a good idea to look out for those special rings, I guess. The music in Lava Reef's pretty cool too, I must say. Get this underground dance beat vibe thing going on. The music in this game is fantastic, though it does have a big difference from the Sonic 1 and 2 soundtrack. Like, you listen to Sonic 1 and 2, you know it's from the same kind of character, but if you didn't know anything about Sonic the Hedgehog, and then you heard Sonic 3 and Knuckles music, you wouldn't think it's the same game as Sonic 1 or 2, I swear. They have this... It's hard to explain, but Sonic 1 and 2, they have this way... They have the instruments that they use. It's very just iconic and memorable, and you just sort of remember it, you know? Again, it's hard for me to explain, but Sonic 2 has a lot of, like, bow sound effects, bow, or like, bow music, you know? Just imagine Metropolis Zone. I love Metropolis Zone's music in Sonic 2. The best fucking theme song in all of Sonic. And I couldn't do anything about that, folks. I was trying to get out of the cloud that caught me, because when the cloud catches you, it takes away a ring one by one as you're in it. And the only way I find to get rid of that cloud is to jump and then, like, dash. Like, use your insta-shield in order to get rid of it. And I accidentally turned into Hypersonic, and rather than, you know, wait for the Hypersonic to wear off, I figured I'd just fight the boss anyway. Which makes the boss look like a chump and look fucking easy as hell, but believe me, he's kind of tough. He has a hand that tries to crush you, but if you just spin dash the whole time, you'll never get hit, honestly. You'll damage it more than it will damage you, so no need to worry about that, just keep spin dashing. And for the two tentacle ball things it pops up with, it'll shoot 3 lasers at you, you have to dodge, and you can only hit it as it rises, as it lowers, and if you're Sonic and you have the insta-shield, then you can reach it when it's at the top, but you know. I still think without Hypersonic it's pretty easy anyway, so you're not missing out on much. Don't worry, you're not missing out on much. Again, your main cause of death in Sonic 3 and Knuckles will be crushing. Those are Eggman Blocks down there. You do not want to hit the Eggman Blocks. They will take away all your rings. Well, they won't take away... Well, they will. It's like a hit, basically, you know? If you have no rings when you touch the Eggman Box, you're gonna die. If you have rings, it'll just hit you, really. I'm not sure how smashing open a box hurts you, but... leave it to Eggman to create some kind of evil box that will damage you if you use it wrong. I don't know. But god damn it, there are a lot of spikes in Act 2. Even the platforms themselves, if you jump into them wrong, you're gonna get yourself stabbed. It's a pretty tough level, I'm not gonna lie. I remember the first time I played Sonic and Knuckles, I couldn't believe how hard the platforming was. I was dying all the time in Sonic and Knuckles when I first tried it. I mean, Flying Battery, there's lots of things that can crush you and kill you in that area, and I died a lot. Sandopolis, well, I remember in Act 2, there's actually a looping period that I didn't mention when I was doing the playthrough, I'm sorry, but when you do Act 2 in Sandopolis, there's actually this one looping period where if you don't jump from one sand slide to the other sand slide, then you find yourself falling forever, and it just keeps going on and on and on. Just sort of like Ice Cap's looping section, but I remember when I was a kid, I didn't know what the fuck to do there. I kept falling like 3 times, and nothing was happening, and nothing was changing, so I was like, well, what the hell do I do? But I digress. Sonic and Knuckles is just pretty hard. It's a lot harder than Sonic 3, a lot harder than Sonic 2 and 1. It's not the game I would start off with. I mean, obviously, Sonic and Knuckles is no Mega Man. Mega Man is always considered to be one of the hardest video game series, though if you know what you're doing, it's actually pretty fine, I find. But, it's considered one of the hardest game series because no one could just jump into a Mega Man game, you know? Anyone can jump into a Sonic game, but as a Sonic game goes, as far as Sonic games go normally, it's pretty tough. And I did run into that fire intentionally so I wouldn't turn into Hypersonic again, okay? You're welcome. I didn't want to cheese the other bosses. This part is self-explanatory. Oh, fucking flamethrower. This part is pretty self-explanatory. But we're now reaching the end of Act 2, folks. Well, we're getting close to it. And this is when the shit hits the fan, I'd like to say. Damn, I love doing that. I don't know why, that's so satisfying. Rolling up a ceiling. Rolling across a ceiling, rather. Then jumping off on a platform when you need to. Obviously, if you miss a platform at all during this section, you have to keep falling back and doing it over and over and over and over again, and I don't like that, but, you know. What are you gonna do? Just time your jumps well, and you should be fine. But anyway, folks, if you look up to the ceiling, oh my god, it's the Death Egg! It fell in Lava Reef! Well, folks, we are close to the Death Egg, which means we're probably close to Eggman. And we're also probably really close to the fucking Echidna! Fuck you, Knuckles! Now, folks, we're leading into the hardest boss fight of the game, depending on how you handle it. The Death Egg fucking melts the ice or the crystals or something, and now everything is lava-filled. That's the power of the Death Egg. And there's Eggman in the background shooting missiles. This is an auto-scrolling section. There's nothing you can do but scroll, you know? You can't dilly-dally. You have to move with the screen, so keep a move on. It doesn't look too bad now, but those blocks do fall. And then we got these tiny-ass blocks. Fall once, you're dead. But now the scrolling section stops. Jump all the way to the right to find this electric box. Then climb all the way here to get a fire shield, and with the fire shield, this boss fight will be tons, and I mean tons, easier. You have to be standing in the right place, aka all the way into the left, in order to fight Eggman. And I didn't know this, because, I don't know, I haven't played this in a while, I guess, but you have to be at the very left before Eggman will show up, and that the ice chunks will stop in the lava. Or the crystal chunks, and I don't know what the hell it is. Now, Eggman cannot be damaged by Sonic. Even if you're Hypersonic and you just stand into him, you're not going to damage him at all. And, at least I think so. I haven't tried it in a while. But, basically, he shoots his ball spikes. The lava curves his way. I don't know how he's doing that, but, and then the ball spikes keep hitting him. You'd think he'd stop after a while, but, you know. If it means killing the hedgehog first, he'll take a few hits. Why not? This boss fight actually goes on quite a bit, too, even because there's nothing you can do about it. You can't speed up the boss fight yourself, you know? I'm trying to show you what it would be like to do it without the flame shield, but believe me, it is fucking hard as hell without the flame shield. You're gonna fall into the lava a lot, and I mean a lot. You have to have precise platforming, because sometimes, even if you land on the crystal, the ball spike is also next to the crystal, and you can accidentally jump on it and land on it, and then you accidentally hurt yourself, and that's bullshit, quite frankly. It's bullshit! But eventually he will go down after a few hits and sink into the lava. You know, I can understand Bowser surviving lava. How did Eggman survive that lava? His machine malfunctioned and blew apart. He's in lava. He's burning alive. I've killed Eggman. Oh god. See you in part 11.